Check it out, man. Vlad uploaded the whole episode of the Wes Watson, aka Wesley P. That's what they're calling him, Wesley Peg Watson. John Bravo, man. He's all in Wes Watson's head. The whole episode, right? And there was some things he touched on that I missed. I didn't really see people highlight before, so we're gonna get into it, man. He's talking about his ex. You know what I'm saying? He's butthurt, brokenhearted. But then there was some other shit I didn't see anyone touch on. I'm sure the ex shit people got into, man. But he spoke on some odd shit. It got kind of, should I say, creepy on a spiritual level or something? I don't know, man. Y'all let me know, but let's get it.
There it was. There you go. Well, you have an interesting routine. So you wake up at 2:45 every morning.
And for 17 years, I did.
Yeah.
So about 4 months ago, when me and my ex broke up, my life and my habits and all my was so hard to upkeep. I was in pain. I miss my little daughter every second. I just can't. She's the best. Like, Angie was the best, but she was horrible for me. Like, we just don't get along. She's not a supportive person in a relationship. She needs the support and needs the admiration, and like doesn't act like she needs it, but then won't let me, like, won't even acknowledge when I give it to her.
You see, man, he's a mess. He tries to play that role like, yo, I'm a playboy pimp out here. I'll get another one. It ain't nothing. You know what I mean? And I ain't really trying to knock him for this. You know what I'm saying? Being brokenhearted ain't an easy thing, but you know how Wes is, man. He has been, this shit's been publicized all over the internet. I don't know. Y'all can hit the comments. This isn't more or less what I wanted to get into. The other side is going to get right to it. The other shit that was kind of creepy or whatever. But I just found this kind of funny in a sense. Again, having a broken heart ain't funny, but the way he's trying to spin it all, like, you know, she's the best, but she's the worst, but we're you know, that's how them crazy relationships will have you.
And I get no affection. It's a cold relationship because she's real. Like, she's not like way loving or anything, but she's just real. She's a good person, but just not for me. And then missing my little daughter just wrecks my life. Like, I can't even look at my phone. I can't even scroll down. I won't even. People are like, why don't you post more speaking videos and stuff like that? I'm like, I don't want to scroll down anymore. Like, if I see her little face, it kills me. So.
Well, I mean, up until that point, though, you did have a routine.
Oh, craziest routine, yeah.
Right. And I actually wake up around 3:30 myself.
Yeah.
And that's sort of like a time that you just have completely to yourself. You said something interesting, that you said most of your spiritual teachers said that you're most aligned with your purpose.
This is what I'm talking about, the spiritual stuff. It's kind of odd who Wes Watson references here.
I said 3:40
3:40
a.m.
a.m., yeah.
With it links with your circadian rhythm?
A circadian clock.
Circadian rhythm, sorry.
It's just the way the world works. It's like, I mean, at 3:40 a.m., you're most aligned with your purpose. And, I mean, you could look up from a Sadhguru, you could look up from Joe Dispenza, everyone. You're up at 3:30, you're a creative person. Like, the creative juices are flowing at that time. And if we're supposed to really wake up at that time, if we went to bed when the sun went down, I mean, we'd be up right before the sun comes up.
I don't know. What do y'all think about this, man? Like, everyone loves the clown Wes Watson, but I'm, you know, like, let's not front. The dude is wildly successful one way or another. I don't know if he's scamming, robbing. I don't know, because that's another thing they did on here. They got into the math of where all the money comes from the programs and all that. But my point is, like, just because everyone is saying, fuck this guy, ha, 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 like, I still pay attention to what people got to say. And, you know, the 3-some a.m. shit, tap in anyone out there if you're like that sometimes. Like, do you find yourself the creative shit's flowing in the head or something in the middle of the night, or you tap into spiritual stuff? But then some people say that's the witching hour, and that's kind of where which fuck all that evil is, you know what I mean? And you're gonna hear what Wes says, man, and kind of bug me out.
Preparing for the day, and you're preparing for the day mentally while the lights are out, and then you step into the world ready to do the physical action when the lights come on, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been doing this for years. I wake up before anyone else in my house. I get all my work done, you know, when everyone else wakes up, and then whatever gets done, sometimes I'll take a nap, you know, to kind of recharge a little bit and then get through the rest of the day. But that time is special. It's like a really golden time of the day because you kind of have the whole world to yourself because everyone else is asleep. So, I mean, it's interesting reading because I'm like, okay, I do kind of the same thing.
Yeah, the biggest thing is that everything I wrote that was powerful was written at that time because count was at 4 o'clock. So I'd be on my rack at 3:40 with my journal out, and count is at 4 in prison. I'm on my rack writing after I did a little, spend some time with myself and get my stretching or blood flow, and then read a little bit. But every significant quote I came up with and everything I came up with was at that time. But then I knew that I wasn't coming up with anything. I was just downloading, from creation, from God, the wisdom that I had to supply the world that day.
So hear him, he's talking about wisdom, God, the creator, spirituality and stuff, but again, pay attention.
And I mean, I could set everything up for people so easy to where they would be so successful. But then I've come to understand that God doesn't exist on this plane anymore. God only exists in heaven. He has no control over this earth. And this is someone else's territory. And people don't understand how you can ask God for anything. He has no power down here. Zero. And so this is the biggest shift that people realize when they start to change their way of thinking, is that it's just not possible. Nobody who's at a high level subscribes to that. And they just don't. And then everyone, occult teachings, everything hidden.
So here he goes. This is what I'm talking about, right? He's talking about spirituality, God. This world is forsaken. God doesn't exist in this plane. Again, share your thoughts on all this. Anyone new out there, make sure to sub up, like the video. You know what I mean? If you're new, we just talk over here on all different topics. But you hear him like speaking from being a man of God, and then he starts talking about occult teachings and stuff. And I know there's people out there that flip the script and they believe that some of this stuff, it's not what this stigma and stuff is put on it. I don't know. I don't buy that, man. But again, here it comes, man. Here where he's starting to get into some twisted ish.
Is what will cause you to rise, and everything that literally is supplied leads to your demise. Like, they're only giving you some bullshit, bro. Like, and it's just what it is.
Well, you talked about God, and I'm relatively atheist, right? So, and a lot of people have got into it with me over this. But you said something interesting.
I would let you fully be you.
Yeah, exactly. And I respect everyone else's religion as well. You said everyone from Einstein to Franklin to Confucius, they all said the same thing in different words. That's when infinite intelligence, otherwise known as God, exposed itself to you.
So again, I pay attention what everyone's got to say. You heard him referencing Einstein, Confucius. That's Vlad quoting, I guess, some Wesley P. Watson philosophy or whatever this is from his book. I didn't even know the man had books out and shit. But he quotes them, and then here it comes, y'all.
There's so many people since the beginning of time have been saying the same things. I realized the centralized intelligence, the universe, God, our creators, are speaking to us.
They can only speak to you, you can't speak to them.
Explain that.
Well, there's a universal thought that washes over the world. So everyone will have like the same universal message. People like Rudolf Steiner and other people, even Aleister Crowley over time, like they literally understood that.
You heard that? Aleister Crowley, who like some twisted shit, man. I ain't even gonna get into some of the shit that this evil, wicked bastard was on, man. But it was just odd for Wes Watson. Like, did this dude is he some kind of Luciferian or what, man? Like, I let it roll a little more, and then I'll probably just close this out. No more commentary. But I just found this bugged out. Like I said, man, they threw this whole thing up. I'm tapping back into it, because we've been getting it in them VladTv chunks. Those he re-rocks up the content out in pieces, like we seen with the 6ix9ine. There's like 50 million of them. The Wes Watson ones, I think there was relatively only like 8 or 9. It wasn't that long of an interview. There's a lot he couldn't get into. Y'all heard him talking about he's got this big bombshell about the king and queen of hip-hop, but it ain't Jay and Beyonce, or maybe it is. He just ain't want to say. And then obviously a lot with his case he can't speak of. He wants to do another one with Vlad. But what do y'all think? It seems he's going to trial, right? Like he's gonna blow a trial. I'm not even saying, I'm wishing that upon him. I just can't see him beating this case, man. I don't see this self-defense shit ain't gonna fly. I don't think. You know what I mean? You invited the dude there. You talking all wild. Shout out New Age Plug too on his reaction to one of the earlier clips in an interview, you know, where Wes Watson shocked the world and came on out of the closet. He also was like saying, fuck it, I'm a legend, I ain't scared, you know, all the wrong things that, as we know, the court, the, you know, crime and punishment, the criminal justice side of things, they watch this shit. We know it. The feds are using YouTube clips and RICO cases. It's wild times we're living in, and Wes Watson said all the wrong shit to like get him thrown up under the jail. So I'm thinking that second VladTv clip or interview is gonna come from behind a wall. You know, everyone, you know what I'm saying? Let me know your predictions and thoughts on all that. But I'm gonna rewind it a clip so it goes straight through with the Aleister Crowley and what he was talking about, the universe and God and stuff like that. And then I'm going to conclude the video. And again, fuck Aleister Crowley and his wicketry. I don't even like using God and his name in the same sentence there. I felt funny doing that when I was just, you know, laying it on all out to you guys. But let me back it up a bit, pause, roll it, and then we'll end the video. Let's talk in the comments.
There's so by his intelligence, the universe, God, our creators, are speaking to us.
You can only speak to you, you can't speak to them.
Explain that.
Well, there's a universal thought that washes over the world. So everyone will have like the same universal message. People like Rudolf Steiner and other people, you know, even to Aleister Crowley over time, like they literally like understood that there's a message that washes over the world, and there's a space in between where you're given a choice, you know, and it's either you make a good or bad choice. I'd go as far as to say that high frequency is God and low frequency is the devil. And when you're in a low frequency, when you're in low frequency, it's grounds for demonic possession. And when you're in a high frequency state, you're enlightened. Like, but are these states of being? Are they actual beings? That's to be deciphered. I mean, stuff I subscribe to and I believe in would say there's actual, you know, deities. I mean, there's actual, you know, and we're supposed to rise into being, your self-deification is the goal. But I mean, is that a state of being because of your energy, your frequency? Or is that a state of being because of you actually become a higher level being that's ordained by another being, you know? I mean, so the whole thing is either exists for me. If science alone, high and low frequency, or God or religion alone, God or the devil, they both make sense to me, so I can only act the same way.
So he was all